welcome to Spiritual Vertigo Tarot. This reading is going to be for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the month of September. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new to my channel, I like to start off the reading by doing a light shuffle to tap into your energy, and then a short meditation to set an intention, and then we proceed with the reading. We're going to be doing a general love reading, you versus them. We're going to tackle obstacles, hidden feelings, likely outcome, and any other messages that might be useful to you. If the video resonates with you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if it doesn't, don't forget to check other aspects of your chart, such as your Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. I provided a link in the description box where you can get access to those areas of your chart if you don't already do so. I hope you guys have been doing well and staying safe in this Virgo season. I have a Gemini friend myself, and she looks to be on the prowl. It's lovely to connect with you guys, and thanks for stopping by. I hope the messages brings you some clarity. Alright, when I was meditating in your energy, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but some crows were cawing in the background. Swords. Magician. The bottom of the deck, we have the Magician card. I get a sense that there's some communication that's going to be coming to you. And, you know, crows are the messengers of there's some form of energetic message for some of you, and maybe some of you have been feeling ill. I'm sorry if we are living in these times of COVID. I'm sending you healing energies, but for me, the crow is actually a symbol of vigilance and awareness to the darkness that's within us. So maybe the crow is as a symbolic element for you, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. What is the general energy of Gemini's person of interest? Three of Swords, yeah. What is Gemini's current energy? Ooh. The Nine of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Yeah. What is the current mutual energy between Six of Swords? There's a lot of air energy here. Six of Swords. What is Gemini's hidden feelings? What would they like them to know? What is Gemini's person of interest hidden feelings? What would they like them to know? What is Gemini's person of interest hidden feelings, please? Ooh, too many. But I'll take them. All right. Spirit says take them, I take them. What are the blockages between Gemini and their person of interest? What are the current blockages between? These are coming out in pairs of 3. So there could be some form of, maybe the number 3 is a significant number for you. What is Gemini's likely action towards the Tower? Yeah, I mean, I heard those crows, they are omens of bad luck too, right? is Gemini's hidden feelings towards their person of interest? What would they like? Oof. That is a lot of cards. One card, please. Thank you. Chariot. Yeah. A lot of movement here. What is the action Gemini's gonna... I don't know why I was intuitively guided not to take those. One more shuffle. What is the action that Gemini is going to take towards their person of interest? What is their likely action? What action are they going to take? What action are they going to take? What is Gemini's likely action? Decision. Yeah. What is the likely outcome of Gemini and their person of interest? Woof! Whoa, those wanted to come out earlier. And they were supposed to be the outcome, you see? Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles. All right, guys, I'm getting really heavy messages right now. For some of you, so one of you packed up your bags and just straight up left, or just disappeared. I apologize for that. One of you guys sincerely just, you guys found out some information and you left. I think you literally packed your bags and left. I'm hearing like, I'm packing, I'm done. That's for some. Like you took out everything in the house and you were like, I'm leaving. Some of you are just moving. You're moving somewhere. There's a transition. There's some form of movement here. And but your person's current energy is the Three of Swords. That's heartbreak, you know? That's agony. That's being kept at night. It's a heartbreak, you know? And you're matching them, but you're anxious. You know, there's guilt here and then there's pain here. So I get a sense that one of you guys walked away. You found out some clarity, some information that broke this. I think there's a very difficult decision that needs to be made or has just recently been made. I'm hearing March. And Taryn? I don't know, I'm hearing Taryn or Tyson. I'm not, okay, let's clear that. There was an abrupt and emotional pain, an abrupt ending that came about recently. I get some of, I think one of you guys could have cheated. I'm getting the sense that. But there's, you know, there's some foundational change that has happened between you and the person of interest. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Sagittarius, Cancer, or another air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I get a sense that some of you, and I don't think you guys wanted to end this. I really don't. I don't think that you wanted to leave, but maybe you had to leave. Maybe this is all circumstantial, right? This could be something that required you to move temporarily or possibly because of work. But I do get a sense that there was some information, right? Like those crows, like something came to your awareness that catapulted you to move. and whether this was something that I feel like both of you are intuitively unable to get past some of your mental blockages right now. And I think there's an emphasis for clear communication and clear thinking. I think you guys are being, tainted by hurt, by fear, by pain and anxiety, and there's a lot of black here, right? And like, that crow, I'm telling you, that was spirit saying something. I'm not going to deny that maybe the past 3 to 4 months have been relatively difficult for some of you, between you and this person. I can't ignore the fact that there could have been a third party that influenced you in this relationship. But you guys are dealing with some difficult problems, and without any clear discussion or will to work on this together to create a foundation that's based on truth, that's based on passion, and based on sincerity, this will not manifest or reignite. I think maybe some of them, this person might not be quite prepared to engage in a long-term commitment with you. And they could be just wanting to be single, and that's possibly what happened. Maybe you guys were just talking and you weren't quite official yet. You were heading towards, more solid commitment towards one another, and this person was unfaithful and resorted to people outside of your relationship. And this was an information that came about to you maybe quite recently that made you want to leave. And now you're kind of weighing your decision of whether or not it's this is an investment you want to keep going forward. And that's, for some of you who weren't really in a committed relationship. For some who are in a long-term relationship with this person, I get a sense that this individual right now is they're experiencing some form of loss. If it is not necessarily related to their relationship, they're experiencing a loss. They could have gone through some heartbreak. Maybe they lost a family member. The crow is also a messenger of death. I can't ignore that. And they've been quite isolated recently, and a lot of circumstances in their life have kind of made them have to step away from this relationship in the moment and think more about themselves and their family, and they're not quite prepared to give you love. And maybe you are feeling the effect of that, and you're trying to come towards them to offer them love and support and to nurture them. And maybe that's what you're doing. You're kind of coming towards them because, you have the Chariot. There's the mutual energy is a 6 of Swords, which is travel. And we have messenger of information, right? And I think there's, we have the 4, and then we don't have the 5, but we have the 6. So what's telling me is that this 5 of Swords in between the 4 and the 5 is actually the truth. It's the truth about one of you not being able to make a decision about how to move forward. Because I get a sense that for some, this relationship has kind of just been it might have not been the healthiest from the start. And it could have been a repeated cycle of heartbreak, of cheating, of the person not feeling prepared. Maybe this person is just, quite frankly, unable to commit because they themselves have psychological problems, like mental health issues, and they have toxic tendencies. But maybe possibly what the only way for this relationship is to actually come to a foundation, right? To a commitment. The 4 of Wands is to put in some work and a willingness, right? It's like a compromise. I think you both have to compromise something. He or she has to compromise something in themselves, whether this is letting go of their singleness, right? or letting go of past pain or an ex, right? Or letting go of themselves, right? Of the, like, not allowing themselves to block a connection. And I think you have to possibly, maybe you have to move towards them. Like, you have to relocate. And so maybe one of you is just not giving as much as the other for this to work. And so there needs to be a middle ground and a conversation of whether or not there's going to be a reignition of this relationship. Because I think that right now it's like reaching towards its end if you haven't already had, you know, because the Chariot, like, the Chariot is somebody who just knows. Like, I think this is what you want to tell your person. The Chariot is someone who knows their destination and they're set full force. I'm getting some of you that, like, live in a city. I really am getting, like, a city vibe, like Chicago, Toronto, San Francisco, Tampa. And I think that some of you guys are being pulled into different directions right now, and I get that. And there's a pull here, there's movement, there's something that's just not clashing together, and it's causing more friction than it is causing more love. And so I think that there's, you know, the blockages is intuition, communication, and foundation. And those are the pillars, right? There's about the threes. There's something about the pillars of this relationship that were not solid, and that's what caused the tower. It caused the tower because there was uncertainty. There wasn't any assertiveness about wanting to progress this relationship. And I think that over time, if this isn't a long-term relationship, or it is a long-term relationship, over time those were disintegrating. And I think that right now both of you are unaware. Maybe you've lost a bit of yourself. Maybe this person's life is actually making you realize that you might want to move away from them because you would like to build a future with someone who's more stable mentally or just environmentally. And I think that you have a clear vision of the victory in the life that you want to make, and I think you've made that decision. And I think that decision is something that you have to really intuitively decide on and look within and realize, like, okay, is this in alignment with me? And I know people always say that, like, is this in alignment with my truest self? But the reality here is, like, your truest self is that you know what you want. You know it, right? So you know more than anybody else whether or not this person fits that mold. If they're willing to move with you, if they're willing to grow with you, if they're willing to build a life with you. And you know you want that image. And if that's already been communicated that this person is incapable of doing that, then I think that you need to come to your senses, right? Like your intuition, and recognize that